Greetings, Commanders! The Galactic Battle Season 9 Finals has ended, and to our surprise, I think that the shooting star of this season that no one really saw coming was Neko with his sniper skill and this new penetration build, getting penetration to 100%. All of a sudden, infantry have a viable, not even a full risk march commander. Honestly, Neko with 1/3 of max leadership is one-shotting high-level Rogers. I'll go ahead and show that replay now. To get people kind of on the same page. But he's running 100% penetration using an airship helm. Here's a regular basic hit misses, right? He's relying on Sniper, Gemini, Sagittarius to land those hits. But when he does, especially with the high-level troops, here comes the Sniper, and here's a 100% penetration. He one-shots. He literally one-shots. He's a third the size. Actually, I think he's 2/3 the size on that shot. But it's amazing the kind of damage. There's a Sniper with the old Tier 12. Not as good. Notice how the old Tier 12 is not as good as the new Tier 12 for this build. So in Season 8, this wouldn't have been as viable. But now that Neko is able to use Tier 12+, we have Wild Roses, the new penetration weapon. We have 3-piece Andromeda, and we have the helmet for airship that has penetration. Plus the Dawn Hall, we are able to get up to 100% penetration. And when we get that, all of a sudden, Neko's 100% penetration plus sniper skill that ignores 60% base stats starts just doing ridiculous damage. So this is Keb's Neko. This is his design. This is his version of it. There are other iterations of it, but if you watch... Oh, man, what a shot. If you watch the Galactic Battle Finals, you'll have remembered that, as far as commanders are concerned, Elf, Rogers, Full Metal, Gilly, that was the main lineups. That was 9 out of 10 commanders. But you were seeing a lot more Neko's. You saw a couple Reinhardts and some Dragon Slayers and a few Vegas snuck in. Vegas kind of falling out of favor. Dragon Slayers coming back. But a lot of players are starting to look at this penetration build and dump their Gillies. Now, Gilly versus Neko, I still think Gilly wins because Neko is still dependent on those gems in the first round, while Gilly gets the advantage of her gems, which is infantry, like I said, it's a Zerg v Zerg matchup. It's very volatile. But overall, Neko in a fair fight, I think, is going to do better against all the other defense comms compared to Gilly. Now, don't get me wrong, Gilly can hold her own, but she uses different weapons as well, right? This is a different build. So Keb's Neko, this commander card is available for download in the description below. Here's the summary. 100% penetration is the key. The closer to glory you get, the more ridiculous he gets. Sniper, penetration, Sagittarius. He can be a small commander and still overpower Rogers 3 times his size. Sometimes. Tier 12+ is the best troop. Make sure you grab some crit to make sure that you're not getting under 100% crit because your Devil's Touch, the airship helmet, you actually run an airship helmet, will actually take away your crit. Of course, for weapons, you're going to be running double Wild Rose. You need that penetration. You're going to be running Crit Wither on the chest piece, the Shura, just because the overall stats on it are just generally good. There's nothing really better. There is some room here for, dealer's choice. But with Crit Wither, defense, dodge on the chest piece, you can't go wrong. You can go resistance weaken with the Shadow, but you're not going to be getting much out of the HP and the defense, and you really shouldn't be going against walkers. So the chest piece is a good, solid choice. You could make an argument for the dodge chest piece, but you should have enough dodge with infantry comms and your research to go that far or to get enough dodge. Pants, it's pretty obvious that the best pants are is it not Fearless? What are they called? Assault pants. Assault pants, they have the strength and weaken, which really counters those airship commanders, which you want to target down. It's got crit damage built into the pants, so it's kind of like Magiwell pants. It actually has damage built into the pants, which is so important to make sure that if you're penetrating and ignoring all these stats, you have to have enough damage to actually kill the troops. And if you're going to be using crit damage, you have to make sure you have enough crit on your weapons gemmed up. When it comes to gems, actually I should say that Neko is going to be using the Wild Roses, while Stella and other infantry comms may actually want to use the Truth. And that's because the Truth has accuracy and dodge, a defense stat. The Wild Rose gives not only penetration at the same rate as the Truth, but it also gives base attack, which is very nice. And I realize how small it is, but it has base attack on it, which obviously scales nicely as you get closer, as you hit that 100% penetration mark. Anyway, I could talk about this forever. There's a couple replays on it. There's a few different iterations, but not too many. Just watch out for strength and weaken marches. Watch out for Elf. As far as gems are concerned, go for the Gemini, go for the Sagittarius, go for the Andromeda. Andromeda's going to get you the penetration, but also it's going to force your opponent to skip a turn occasionally, which is nice. Gemini Sagittarius for the guaranteed hit to stack with Sniper, can do insane amounts of damage. And then as far as the 4th gem is concerned, you actually run 2 slots, or 2 sets. So 2 Virgo for damage, or, 2 Virgo for crit, and then, 2 Virgo for strength and weaken, 2 Leo for damage, and then 2 Pisces for dodge, I think. And that's because of the other sets available, that's the best one, dodge, whatever. I personally wouldn't run it. I would go Pisces. I honestly think 4-piece Pisces would be better than a little bit of Virgo damage, a little bit of Virgo Sui, and a little bit of Leo damage. But that's just me. This isn't my build. Kev gets credit for this build because he's the one who kind of showed it off to me. So it's a great little build. Honestly, I think it's given a lot of... It's kind of like for those infantry players that had to abandon Bullet but never made it to max leadership. If you want to focus on this penetration build and you're only at 500,000 leadership, you're going to be able to take on max leadership comms, even in peak contests. So I think it's an awesome build. I'm glad to have seen it finally make it to the meta. It's probably the most exciting build of all the commander cards to come. Of course, there is going to be a Dragon Slayer build coming. I don't know. The damage build is more utility. I guess we really have to focus on the penetration build. Now that's a thing, man. Penetration build is a thing. We haven't seen what it's going to do in the Walker class fully yet, but it should be pretty exciting. Anyway, this video really doesn't need to be any longer. So that's it. If you got some great replays or different commanders I missed out on this season, please put it in the comments below. And keep an eye on the channel. We are going to be dumping out all the Season 9 commander cards and some new content that's coming out this next week, now that I've kind of opened my schedule up to get caught up on all this stuff. So anyway, my name's Melt. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.